Top 5 fragrances from the house of Bond number 9, you say, at least in my opinion. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and yes, we're doing my top 5 fragrances from the house of Bond number 9. You all know this is one of my absolute top 3 fragrance houses. I own the most fragrances from this house because you all know I love me some Bond number 9. I'm always talking about it, but I wanted to share with you all my list, my top 5 for this fall weather right now because I figured why not? I think it'll be a good time. And a lot of you all have asked me on here, YouTube, as well as on Instagram. So let's get on into it. Lipstick of the day today, everyone. We're feeling very vampy, very dark. We went in with MAC, and this is Sin lipstick. It is truly a matte texture, and I have missed it. Check it out. I recently dug it out of the rubble of my other lipsticks, and yeah, I'm digging it. It'll be linked below as always, so you don't have to look for it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. So funny thing, this isn't a fall fragrance. This is very much a spring fragrance, not just to me, but also according to Bond. But this is Bond number 9 Hudson Yards. This was one of the best blind buys I've ever done. There's like tulips in here. You can literally smell the green grass in here. I wanted something kind of bright and uplifting because I've been a little under the weather this week. So I figured, why not get something that makes me happy? And this is a fragrance that literally makes me happy. So Bond number 9, Hudson Yards. I need to do a dedicated review on you. So that'll be coming soon. So without further ado, let's get into these top 5 fragrances from the house of Bond number 9 for fall, you all, 2023. So in the number 5 spot, this is one I've had for over a year, and I purchased this one because of the fact that this is known as a fall bridal fragrance. And the fragrance I'm referring to is Bond number 9's Chinatown. I have the 50 ml size. What's cool about this bottle is, as you can see, the sides of the bottle are different, which is super cool. So it doesn't matter if you get the 100 ml size or the 50 ml size. That's a cool aspect of this bottle. Notes of Chinatown are peach blossoms, gardenia, tuberose, patchouli, and cardamom. To my nose, this is the most fall version take on tuberose I have ever smelled, because usually tuberose fragrances kind of smell like spring. They tend to be kind of bubblegummy or kind of green sometimes. This one is definitely a fall take, and it's because of that cardamom. I did not know tuberose and cardamom would blend so well together, but it works, and it's kind of creamy too. So this is like a wonderful, subtly spicy fall fragrance that I think is just very elegant. And it doesn't smell like anything else in my collection because, again, all of my other tuberose fragrances smell like spring fragrances. And this one is the only one that literally smells like fall to me, but still with a floral touch. So that's very unique. And that's one thing I like about Bond. Their fragrances smell very unique to me, and it just gives me what I need. And they all last. I don't have any issues with longevity. And this is one that definitely hugs my skin and clothing. I don't have to spray a whole lot of it to get the impact. In fact, I have to be careful of my sprays because Chinatown comes with the heat. So in the number 5 spot for fall 2023, Bond number 9's Chinatown. In the number 4 spot, now this one is making its rounds again, as it always does this time of year. This one is very popular, and I must admit, I fell into the hype of it last year, so I've had it for over a year. I've always said like a year and a half at this point. I do enjoy it. In the number 4 spot, this is Bond number 9's New York Nights, you all. You all remember the story on this one. I actually took my bottle to New York City because I wanted to really get my entire life with it, and that's where it also got its battle wound from. So she really had a great time. We stayed in Times Square, Manhattan, all that, and we just truly were living the tourist life. It was a great time. But back to the fragrance. So with New York Nights, you all, the notes of New York Nights are jasmine, gardenia, carnation, patchouli, sandalwood, marine accord, coffee, and caramel. Now what's unique about this fragrance to me is there marine notes in here, but it's the coffee and the caramel that bring this fragrance home. It's really, oh, it's creamy. It's that sandalwood in here. This is one that definitely smells like fall because it's more so a gourmand fragrance, and I enjoy it, and I totally get why this gets so much hype, particularly amongst us ladies in the cooler weather. Absolutely a fall fragrance. Try wearing New York Nights in the summertime. It did nothing for me. It gave no life. But as soon as the temperature dipped down, this smelled like everything. It projects more in the cold weather, and that matters because normally, you all, the longevity of this fragrance is only about 4 hours. As you all know, I have a full dedicated review up on the channel already about New York Nights, when I told y'all that. This is one you're going to have to overspray, but I must admit, the colder it is outside, the better this fragrance lasts. So I gotta say that. So dare I say, you might even want to wear it even more so in the winter time. But for me, I wear it more so in the fall because I just like that coffee and that caramel vibe. So the number 4 spot goes to Bond number 9's New York Nights. In the number 3 spot, this one is extremely popular. Dare I say, this is definitely in the top 5 most talked about Bond number 9 fragrances, at least in the last 2 years for sure. The number 3 spot for me goes to Tribeca. This is the one in the white bottle with the crocodile embossing. I enjoyed this one. Picked it up last year again. So as y'all notice, these are fragrances that I spent some time with that I'm like, yes, that they just give me what I need for cooler weather. Now Tribeca. This is one, now I got it at the beginning of summer 2022. Or in the summertime, cannot smell it in the summertime because of the ambroxaness in here. And speaking of ambroxan, let me get into the notes. So we have notes of cacao absolute, green hazelnut, jasmine sandbag absolute, cedarwood, ambroxan, caramel, moss. Y'all, I cannot smell this if it's super hot outside. Other people can smell it on me. They say, oh, you smell amazing, but if it's hot, I can't smell it. I go completely nose blind to it. So for that reason, I can't wear Tribeca in the summer, at least for me to enjoy. But as soon as it cools down, I can smell this one a mile away. So that is why this is a fall fragrance for me, and it's in the number 3 spot. This is a fragrance that is sexy. Again, it has that caramel in here, y'all, and that cacao. It's that cacao, the caramel, and I gotta put some respect on that hazelnut note too. I'm a Nutella eater, which is cocoa and chocolate for all those that like a good snack. So if you like Nutella, I think you will also enjoy Tribeca, in my opinion. And if you love a good ambroxan moment, which ambroxan to me, it shines in cooler weather for those of us that go nose blind to it. So yes, number 3 spot, hands down, goes to Tribeca. Last 2, you all. Ooh, this one, it gets hard. Now this second one, y'all, in the number 2 spot. This is one that's, I'm so happy to have it. It's newer to the collection. It's the newest one to the bunch. I gotta admit that. But when you smell something and you just automatically start imagining yourself going to fall weddings, fall parties, fall holiday parties, just everything. You just start thinking about everything cold weather and fall. That's how you know it's the fall fragrance. So the number 2 spot, you all, oh, I love this one so much. Number 2 goes to Bond No. 9's Chelsea Nights. This is one I told y'all at the beginning of the year. This was on my wish list. I was going to get it this year, and it happened. Y'all know the story. Picked it up my wedding week. I love this fragrance. Not a like, not a love. It was absolutely a love at first sniff, and in fact, I love it even more now that I can bathe in it. Oh, and by the way, this is one I don't have to overspray. Kind of made that mistake when it was still kind of warm outside. It almost took me out, and it almost took the person sitting across from me out too. But yeah, so this is one that definitely projects and low-key is beast mode. Let's get into the notes real quick. We have top notes of saffron and cocoa absolute. Then we have middle notes of tuberose, myrrh, resinoid, cedarwood, and oud oil. Then we have base notes of amber, vanilla, suede, patchouli, y'all. This, come on now, suede, patchouli, vanilla, y'all, come on now. That's cold weather, and this is just, that saffron in here. I mean, look at the bottle. Even in the write-up officially from Bond, this is meant to be a going out scent. So for fall, this is my going out scent, and I love it. This is one that was definitely needed to the collection of Bond. This is not one you smell every day. It doesn't smell like anything else in my collection. And the closest other fragrance slightly to it, but even not all the way, is B9. But even still, B9 is a Bond No. 9 fragrance. To me, this one is definitely unique for those that want a chocolate take on a sexy fragrance or a chocolate take from Bond. To me, Chelsea Nights is it, and it is my number 2 spot. So I just ranted and raved all about Chelsea Nights being number 2 and how much I'm in love with it, right? But there is one for fall. I think I love it even more, and I've had it longer, so I gotta put some respect on the fact I've had this one longer. And this one literally was a love at first sniff. Gotta love when you get samples of fragrances when you purchase something else. I sprayed this thinking, whatever, I'm gonna hate it and just toss it to the side, right? I sprayed this one on me and I said, whoa. I literally went to the trash can to pick the wrapper out because I was like, wait a minute, I need to know what this is because I'm gonna need a full bottle of it at some point. And this was one I purchased last holiday season, holiday 2022 to be exact. And the number 1 spot, y'all, it goes to Bond No. 9's Nomad. Nomad. Ladies, do not let the bottle fool you. I know you might have seen a lot of men talk about it, but ladies, this one is perfectly unisex. You want to talk about a fruity oud fragrance? That is what this is. And by the way, this smells amazing on a man. Perfectly unisex. The head elf enjoys this one too. He wore it one night we went out and I was like, ooh, it smells amazing on you. And he said, yeah, I really like this too. So I can confirm this is one that you all can literally share because we share it. Love it. So let's talk about the notes of Nomad. So we have notes of pear, quince, black currant, violet leaves, oud accord, rose, amber, and vanilla. Y'all, it's the pear and the quince. But hands down, it's the oud at the base of this fragrance that just brings it all the way home, y'all. It's, wow. Wow. This one is mesmerizing. This is a fragrance. It smells like nothing else in my collection. When I say Bond knocked it out the park with this, because oud is very challenging for a lot of people, but this is a very wearable oud, and I appreciate that. And it's a fruity oud, which you don't get fruity oud often. So that's another reason why I say this is a unique creation. This is another one. It lasts all day. Do not overspray it because you will choke. It hugs your clothes, hugs your skin. it is phenomenal in cold weather. Now this is one personally because of how strong it is. I cannot wear it unless it's fall or winter, but more so for fall because I can't wait to pull it back out in my Bond collection. This one was at the back, but as soon as fall hit and we turn the heat on, this one moved to the front of the collection. So just saying, Bond number 9's Nomad is everything. This is it. This is number 1 and I can't wait to continue wearing it this year. Super excited. So all right everyone, that wraps up this video. Now you all know my top 5 Bond number 9 fragrances for fall 2023. Let me know what your top 5 are, which keep in mind I am a lady, so yes, this list was biased towards a feminine nose, even though some of them are unisex, don't get me wrong, but this was a feminine list. Let's call it what it is. Bond has so many fragrances and I know a lot of the guys rock Bond, so I'm pretty sure for my guy elves, your top 5 list is definitely gonna look different from my list, and that is okay. Plus, by the way, you all know I'm still collecting Bond forever, and I'm just not done. They keep releasing newness, and then I smell it, and I'm like, God, now I want this one too. But as always, let me know what other Bond number 9 fragrances I should check out during this cold weather season. Maybe not necessarily for fall, but even for winter. Let me know. Maybe I have it, maybe I don't. Maybe I need to revisit it, that type of thing. So as always, if you dig me, subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not here for any of this, then I guess you don't like these fragrances, and sad face. Until next time, else I will catch you on the next video. Bye y'all.